Shocker: Shettima drops bombshells, reveals how Buhari gave Tinubu death sentence. Economy: see what he said. Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for tuning in and listening to this headline that we brought for you this morning. As the headline that we brought for you this morning says that Shocker: Shettima drops bombshell, reveals how Buhari gave Tinubu a death sentence. Economy: see what he said. In a surprising revelation, Vice President Karim Shettima has pointed fingers at former President Muhammadu Buhari, his party colleague, for the severe economic crisis facing Nigeria. The removal of the petrol subsidy as the floating of the naira, coupled with unsustainable unsustainable borrowings during Buhari's tenure, have been identified as major contributors to the country's economic woes. Despite widespread opposition to Buhari's economic policies and excessive borrowing, he remains steadfast even in the face of advice from president figures, including former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Shettima recently admitted that Buhari left a death sentence economic crisis for the successor, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu's attempt to stabilize the economy has flattered, leading to historic rise in stagflation and widespread poverty among the citizens. While the current administration continues to emphasize hope for a better future, the people of Nigeria are desperate for immediate relief from the hardship they face with their possession power greatly diminished. Speaking at the Second Chronicles Recountable organized by the 21st Century Media Services, Shettima highlighted the reasons behind the removal of the fuel subsidy by Tinubu's led government. He explains that Nigerians' debt services to revenue ratio has reached an alarming 111.8% before they took office, linking it to the solution to an economic death sentence. Shettima lamented the debt crisis inherited from Buhari's regime, stating that the country debt services has become unsustainable, with individuals being forced to borrow just to pay off existing debt. This dire solution has put Nigeria on a dangerous path, with the economy and security at a state of chaos. As Buhari's successor, Tinubu faces the challenging task of steering the country out of the economic turmoil. As they approach this one-year mark in office, Tinubu has acknowledged the unsustainable nature of servicing external debt with 90% of the country's revenue, emphasizing the need of difficult changes to lead Nigeria towards respectably among the global community. In conclusion, Shettima's revelation shed light on the immense challenges faced by Tinubu's administration in addressing the economic crisis inherited from Buhari's regime. This urgent need for sustainable economic policies and prudent management of debt is crucial for Nigeria to emerge from the dire solution and regain its standing among the world's leading nations. And what do you think? And that is all we have under this headline. Which says Shettima drops bombshell, reveals how Buhari gave Tinubu a death sentence. Economy: see what he did. Like said under this headline, Shettima is emphasizing and he summarized how the ex-president Bola Ahmed Tinubu gave the current president, the ex-president Muhammadu Buhari gave the current president Bola Ahmed Tinubu a death sentence. Economy, saying that President Muhammadu Buhari has made things extremely worse for even President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to handle. He's saying that President Muhammadu Buhari gave Tinubu a death sentence economy. He gave him a death sentence economy, saying that there's a lot of borrowings that were put on top of the Nigerian's federal account, a lot of hardship. They said that the removal of petrol subsidy and the floating of naira, coupled with unsustainable borrowings during Buhari's tenure, have been identified as major contributors to the economic hardship. Shettima also said that despite the widespread opposition to Buhari's economic policies and the excessive borrowing that he did, it remained steadfast even in the face of advice from prominent figures, including former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Shettima said that he admitted that Buhari left a death sentence economic crisis for the successor, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He made things extremely hard for even President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to handle. And that is the economic problem that Nigeria as a whole right now is facing up to now. That Buhari was the one who caused all this. He did a lot. He said that if you know the amount of money that Nigeria as a country is owing foreigners, that was why they removed the fuel subsidy from the petrol, saying that Nigeria on its own, they said the revenue ratio has reached an alarming 111.8 before they took office, linking to the situation as economic death sentence. Shettima highlighted the reason behind the removal of fuel subsidy. He said he highlighted the reason behind the removal of the fuel subsidy by Tinubu. He then explained that Nigerians' debt, the debt that Nigeria is owing, service to revenue ratio, has reached an alarming 111.8 before they took office, linking to the situation of the economic death sentence. All this Buhari-led administration have really caused a big problem for Nigeria. Or what do you guys think? I want you to drop your comment in the comment section, and don't forget to leave a like on this video. Then tap the subscribe button and